Hi everyone, welcome back to Colouring with Kate. Thank you for joining me today. So I hope you are doing well and that you're having a good day. And so in this video I am doing a tag. So the tag was created by Corey from Colourfully Optimistic and Emma from Emma Colours 2020. So thank you to both ladies for creating this really fun tag for this season. I think it's really fun and quite a lot of videos have been done already, so I thought I'd better get a move on. So I was kindly tagged by Anna from Pretty Pages 71, so thank you for tagging me, and it was great watching her answers as well. I mean, my video might probably not be as funny as hers, but yeah, I'll share my answers nevertheless. So this is the book I'm going to colour in. It's called Complicated Colouring, and in fact, and it was you that wanted me to colour a bit in this book on camera, so actually I am going to. I know some people in the comments of my what's in my colouring bag for October were trying to find this book, so I got it from the works. I don't know if it's, you know, actually sold anywhere else, but it is illustrated by Lisa Mallet, just in case you want to type that in. Publisher wise, it does say it's printed in Europe, and there is an ISBN number there, 978-1-934-00-5. It does say www.iseekcreative.com, I as in the letter I, and then seek creative, all one word.com. So yeah, if you're interested in it, you could see if you could type any of those into Google. So I did start this ultra mega complicated page, and this is how much I have done on it. I have used things like I think I used I haven't used any watercolour. I think this is just all pencil and different pencils. I'll be using a bit of metallic paints and stuff. So after I finish the tag, a little bit at the end, I'll sort of talk through, you know, what I've how I colour a detail page like this. There's not any real method to it, but I'll talk about what, you know, what I've got to say anyway. But let's get on with the tag instead of, you know, going on a bit about anything. So let's get in a little bit closer, and I'm going to do the floor, I think, on here. So yes, it looks bright white here, but on the screen it looks a little bit off colour. I don't know why that is, but anyway. So question 1, what weapon would you choose if you were living in The Walking Dead? So I've never watched The Walking Dead. I don't know if it's a series, if it's a film. I always thought it's a series actually, but I assume there's zombies in there and things that you have to kill or get rid of. So I would say my choice of weapon would be a flamethrower, and that's because I don't need to get too close to the zombies, do I, to actually kill them. So I think that's a good thing. So I don't want to get into any difficulties with them. So yeah, that would be a flamethrower. Right, next, number 2, if you were paid to stay the night in a haunted house, would you, and how much would they have to give you? So well, I wouldn't if it had to be me on my own, so that would definitely be a no. So no thank you, we shall leave that, I think. Not if I have to stay there alone, but if I could take one person with me, and that would be my husband, then okay, I will stay there. And even better if it's more than one person who can stay with me. And I think it's fair to just ask about £10,000, because we don't want to make it too expensive, but we don't want to make it something where, you know, it's got to be worth my while. And I think 10,000's a nice amount that I should have. Right, which bit is this? Looks a bit confusing here. Right, so that's number 2. Number 3, what superstition, urban legend do you believe? I actually believe none at the moment. I don't really believe in any. I used to when I was younger, because obviously when you're younger there's things that you just don't know. Is that, you know, you sort of, there's more mystery about things. When you're older you're wiser, or I think I'm wiser anyway. And so no, I don't really believe in any urban legends, but things like you know, before I used to have some, not a massive belief in, but just like, I know it was a superstition, like going under ladders would be bad luck, or if a black cat went past you. But it's really silly, isn't it, really? I mean, I don't think that has any impact at all. I know it doesn't have any impact. So no, not believing any superstitions or urban legends really. Next, number 4, which horror movie did you never get over? Well, I think the one that frightened me the most from the earliest memories would be The Omen, with Damien in it, who got possessed, and that lamp. Gosh, yeah, definitely, because I watched that when I was younger, and I think it has, you know, when you're younger, things have a very big impact on you, which lasts quite a long time. So I think that film, The Omen, and then obviously things like The Ring since then, especially with her coming out of the well, and then she comes out the TV, and you know, it's just not particularly nice. So The Ring, and also, you know, the horror films that are made, I mean, I do watch horror films because I do actually like them, but you know, those horror movies where it involves them sort of taking the shots themselves, like it's done as if it's done, you know, like the Blair Witch Project basically. So, you know, it's done like an amateur's filming it. That can be even more scary. I think it's got more of a realistic slant to it. So that's even more fearful. So I'd say the Blair Witch Project I found quite scary as well. Okay, so that's that. Number 5, what is your favourite scary and or Halloween colouring book? So I don't really buy, you know, the scary looking ones. So for example, The Beauty of Horror. Well, personally, don't come for me please, but personally I don't think there's any beauty in that horror. It's just scary, that's all to me. So I don't want to colour pictures like that. That's just my opinion. I know some people like it, and that's absolutely fine, but no, they're definitely not books for me. For me, I like cute and creepy books, so it's got to have the cute factor. So I would say Tatiana Bogima's books, you know, like the Nice Little Town Halloween books are something that are right up my street. And then also there's the French book called Sorceress. Should have bought it up actually to show you, but you'll have seen it in my October colouring bag video. It's like a similar size. It's a French book, and it's a similar size to Johanna Basford's books. And yeah, I like that book because it's got comical pictures in, like a witch falling off her broomstick, hanging upside down, and cat falling off as well, and things like that. So yeah, that book and Tatiana's books. Next, number 6, what is the scariest book you've ever had? So I don't really read fiction books. I have in the past, like might have read 1 or 2, but they're not horror ones that I've read. I find it hard to get into fiction books. I do read a lot of non-fiction books, but not fiction ones, so I can't really answer that one. Although it would be nice, because I've heard from other people that you can get more scared with a scary book than, say, with a scary movie. And it would be nice to actually check that out and see if that is the case, because I'm sure it would help me to finish the book if it was, you know, kept my interest up sufficiently. So yeah, that would be something to do. Number 7, if you could be a scary monster, what one would you be? So I think I would be, I had a look at different monsters and things and what might go in that category, because it was quite hard to pick. But I would pick a vampire. And that's only because vampires have got special skills as well, and they don't look too, well, usually they can look quite presentable, you know, when they're not frightening someone, and they can look, you know, more human-like. So I think I would rather be a vampire. And of course they can fly, which is always a good thing. So yeah, I would be a vampire. Number 8, where is the scariest place you have ever been? Okay, so the scariest place that I have ever been is a castle. This was quite some time ago, like about, I don't know, 15 years ago or something. So a castle in Wales, and it was just, I don't know, there's just something about that castle in Wales. We went around with people, but we could walk off if we wanted to. But it just, I don't know, there was just a certain feeling that you can't really put into words, but there was something not quite right. I mean, we didn't even do that at night. It was during the day that we went visiting that castle. And at the time I had a terrible tummy ache as well, so that didn't help. And then I was in this castle which I didn't particularly feel comfortable in. So you know, so yeah, that it felt a bit odd, not scary, but it felt a bit weird. It felt like there was something not quite right. Okay, then number 9, are you scared of the dark, and if so, what scares you most about it? I'm not like particularly scared of the dark. The only thing that I suppose I'm not comfortable with the dark is not being able to see, really. It's not that I'm particularly scared of the dark itself, it's just that it's difficult to see, and like, my eyesight is not great as it is, so it's unsettling if you can't see properly. And also spiders love the dark, and so if it's dark, then they'll be creeping around somewhere, and I don't really want to bump into a spider, or, you know, have to see one, so it stresses me out. So yes, that's all it is. Number 10, do you go to the toilet with the lights on or off after a scary movie? And if you have a closet, would you need to have the door fully closed to sleep? So yeah, I mean, after I've seen a scary movie, I'm not going to go to the toilet with the lights off. I mean, that's just not going to happen, because, you know, I've just seen a movie with all these things going on, and I sort of I need to look at my surroundings and not confuse the movie and what I've seen with my surroundings. So yeah, keep the lights on. And also the closet, I don't really mind that much if the closet is slightly, or the, you know, wardrobe is slightly open or not. If it's slightly open, I don't mind, but I don't like it wide open. Slightly open I can live with, but yeah, generally it's closed, but slightly open doesn't really bother me either. So that's that. Looks like a nice wooden floor so far. Right, that was 10. 11. Do you prefer to watch scary movies with others or alone? I'm not going to watch a scary movie on my own. I mean, no, because my mind will run away with itself, as it usually does, and be thinking stuff that it doesn't need to think about. And then that'll just, you know, it'll just, the power of the mind is really like great, and so it's best if I just watch it. I mean, I wouldn't like to watch scary movies alone, so I've never watched a scary movie alone. I've always watched it with others. So yeah. 12. Do you want to be a vampire, zombie or werewolf, and why? Well, I'd rather be a vampire. Like I said, they are presented much better, and they usually have some really good skills with, you know, being able to fly, which is always handy. And then you know, they can sleep during the day, which can't be a bad thing. They can shapeshift, so that's a good thing. The only thing I don't really like, which is I guess might be a deal breaker, is, you know, I don't really want to drink blood, but you know, that's the downside. But from the choices, I don't want to be a zombie and I don't want to be a werewolf, so it has to be vampire. Number 13, would you participate in the zombie run, which is a city event that is like a haunted fun run? If so, would you be a zombie or a runner? Well, it sounds like too much hard work to me, running. So, you know, having to run after a zombie, I'd much prefer sitting in front of the fire and colouring. So no, I think I would give that one a miss. And maybe just watch the zombie run on TV instead of doing the running. So yeah. Number 14, do you prefer gory, creepy or cute and spooky? I think I might have already answered this somewhere, so earlier. So yeah, definitely not the gory. Even with movies, I don't particularly like the gory ones. I want something that's more of a thriller horror, so it's got a bit more to it, because like I said, the mind is a very powerful thing, and you know, some of the twists in these thriller horror movies are really quite impactful, shall we say. So cute and spooky is what I prefer, definitely. You know, Casper's like my favourite ghost, well, probably the only ghost that I like, but these ones are quite nice as well, the ones on this page. Number 15, what scares you most about being home alone? Nothing really. I'm home alone quite a lot of the time, so I don't mind it too much. I think it's fine. And yeah, I mean, the only thing that sort of unnerves me a little bit is that you know, if you hear a noise and you just don't know where that noise originated from, or you can't locate it and you think, what was that? That's the only thing, but that doesn't really happen that much. And the house I live in is very old. It was built in the late 1700s. So yeah, I try not to think about that, but anyway, yes, I'm not too scared. It's just like unexpected noises. Number 16, would you rather walk through a cornfield or forest in the dark? Well, a cornfield is just, you can't really see much that's going on because you've got all this tall corn, you know, especially in the American movies that you see with all the cornfields, and it's always something bad going on in the cornfield. So I'd rather not be in the cornfields. I'd rather walk through the forest. More room, more space. You know, it's just more likely you're going to get away, and something's not going to jump out at you. Well, something could jump out at you, but it's more likely that that would happen in a cornfield because of the enclosed spaces and things like that. So 17, if you could make a magic potion, what would it do and what ingredients would it take to make it? So, well, what it would do would be, it would, well, it would give me superhuman senses, first of all. So my eyesight would not be rubbish like it is at the moment. It would be super good. My hearing would be super great, and like, you know, it would give me all these special sort of human qualities, you know, like a bit like superhuman qualities, so superhuman senses. And ingredients, well, it would be things like, well, chocolate would have to be in there, because I don't want to be drinking anything that's not going to be tasting too nice. There has to be sugar in there, a bit of spice. I'm not sure which spices, but you know, those that go with chocolate maybe. Sherbet pips, you know, nice stuff. That's what I want, so nice stuff. So yeah, I don't really know about any of the ingredients. I might have to go to the lab and have a look and put in some chemicals, obviously making sure that none of these chemicals are going to kill me, because quite a lot will be a bit weird. Well, not weird, but you know, quite a few will be dangerous. But yeah, I'll have to see. I would like to use solid carbon dioxide though in the potion, so that it looks like, you know, where you get that smoke effect, the smoke machine, so it looks very creepy. Anyway, let's carry on. So number 18, what was your favourite Halloween costume of all time? So I've actually never had a Halloween costume because I do not celebrate it. I've only started getting into it a little bit this year, and yeah, particularly this year, and that's only up to the extent of colouring really, because I like colouring the cute and creepy stuff. So that's basically as far as you know my interest goes in there, and I like some of the craft stuff that you can buy that's to do with Halloween. But yeah, I've not gone to the extent of getting a costume, anything like that. And if I did get one, then I wouldn't mind having a witch one. That one's quite appealing to me. Okay, number 19. Who would you rather have as a friend? Michael Myers, Pennywise, Alien, Predator, or Freddy Krueger, and why? Well, I was thinking between Alien and Predator, and I think that well, Alien, the only reason I decided to go against Alien is because it is quite slimy, you know, produces a lot of slime and that sort of stuff, so I don't really want that on me. So I would like not choose Alien for that reason, because it's quite slimy. I know that's not particularly a great reason, but it's important. It's important to me, because obviously if you're friends, then you have to spend time together, and the slime would put me off. So Predator, because to me, out of all the choices given there, he's got quite a lot of skills in terms of how he can go invisible, and you know, can jump such heights and stuff. And so I think Predator would have skills that maybe he could teach me as well. And then yeah, I'd go with having Predator as a friend, and maybe he could take me to his planet as well, where he comes from. So then there would be new learning experiences, which I would never say no to. Right, so there's that. And then number 20, so that was the last question for 19, and number 20, who are the 3 people you want to participate in this scare tag? So this tag has been done by quite a few people, and at the time of checking, I don't think these individual ladies had been tagged. So if you have been tagged, I really apologise for tagging you again, but I would like to tag these 3 ladies. And remember, there's no You don't have to do the tag if you don't want to, you know, if you're not keen on it. But yeah, I would like to see the answers from these ladies. So I'd like to tag Colourmestressfree. So that's Colourmestressfree's channel. And then I would like to tag, so I'll tag, obviously I'll tag all these channels below as well, so they know. Mini Rach, I watched Mini Rach's video. In fact, I saw Emma's video and then she mentioned a few channels and Mini Rach was one of them, and I watched her video, I think one of her videos the other day, and she's so nice, she's so lovely to listen to. So I thought I'm going to include her in my tag. And then Helena from the Colouring Zone, because I know she loves doing tags. So yeah, those are the 3 ladies that I would like to tag. And yeah, that's it, right? That's the tag complete. So if you are happy to you know, leave the video now, that's great. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care. If you want to stick around, I am going to just quickly look at this page and sort of go through something that Anna actually said, and maybe some other people, about how do I colour a complicated page. So this is of course a complicated page. So what I do generally is I start off by blocking out the background, so the biggest part, and the biggest part to me was the background here. I mean, when I say biggest part, I mean the biggest part which is going to be in the same colour, or colours. So I basically did that background part first, and then I started to do the next. I just section it off so I can see that that's the roof and we've got the different rooms. So then, and I look for patterns, so this is all the same pattern here. So then I will just use one type of medium. I think I used the tritone pencils there and the tritone pencils here as well, and that's what I did. So I block off any similar looking parts in the same colour, and really I ended up, I mean, colour one section at a time, but then I do get bored sometimes. So this bit here, I did colour all of that room together, and I used pencil, gel pen, glaze pen, and you know, things like that, and I used it all in there, and I was really pleased with how it looked, and that sort of motivated me, because I looked at it and I thought, oh, look how nice that room looks that I've finished. Imagine how each room will look when I've finished. So that spurred me on. And of course I do this in lots of separate sittings so I don't get bored. Then I did the floor here and these floors here. So sometimes what I do is anything that's going to be in similar colours I do together. So that floor and that floor here, they're the same. Well, I made them the same. That one's wider sort of planks of wood, so I left that out. So I thought I'd do that the same. And then the whole staircase thing was a thing that I all did together. So really, there's no real massive method to this. I mean, I decided to colour bits, not just focus on one room each time, because like I say, if I get bored, I started to colour this guy in here. And then what I do is once I get a little bit bored with just using pencil, then I get my metallic paints out and I think, right, everything or most of the things that I feel at that time need to have metallic paint on them, then I do those in metallic paint. So I thought, right, these bits of the gargoyle, these arms and legs and horns and stuff, I'll do those bit in metallic, so all the gargoyles. And then the ghosts, I decided that all the ghosts are going to be in metallic, so I'll just do all of those as well. Then I decided to do all the bats as well. So yeah, just do that. There's, you know, no real method to it. And then I also, with the detail page, I think it's really, really important to, well, to me, it's really important to not just stick with one medium, because I will get bored. I can't have all of this in pencil. It'll just take forever, but also I will get bored. So like this wall here that you can see that I started to do here, I'm doing it in a grey glaze pen. I mean, I could have done it in pencil. Like, can you see this wall here with these spiders? I haven't coloured the spiders yet, but I did that one in pencil. So I just like to mix it up a little bit as well by using different mediums. So this whole wall here is going to be with the glaze pen. It's going to look shiny and quite nice. And then the bricks themselves, I mean, that could be anything. That could be, again, metallic, or I haven't really thought about it, but the bricks themselves could be metallic. I think that'll look quite nice with the shiny glaze. And you know, that also makes the process quicker as well. So yeah, and then this floor here that you can see, I think I need to use the same, you know, the 3 pencils that I've used in this video, which were these Arteza ones. I'm gonna sort of continue that here as well, I think. Yeah, so that there's a bit of cohesiveness, keeping it together, you know, so it doesn't look too, you know, there's not too many colours, it looks a little bit together. So yeah, that's it. That's my quick ramblings, really, of how I'm colouring this example of a detailed page. Yes, I hope that was a tiny bit useful at least. So until next time, guys, take care, look after yourselves, bye.